We're also here with the third evicted house guest, Miss Aguy.
Moi.
How are you feeling after that unfortunate eviction?
Honestly, I feel crushed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I really thought that I had a chance once Gabe won that HOH. And then he comes at me with this everyone but Whisk and Q are badgering him to get me out. And, from there, literally, I don't even blame him. It's week 3. Don't go against the house that early just for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, still,
Fair
it's just
enough.
sad.
So, starting off the week backwards week, everyone nominated two people to go up on the block, and you managed to stay off, but the veto was won, and you ended up being the replacement. So, why do
Mhm.
you think that ended up happening, that you were the replacement?
Honestly, I don't even know. I was kind of like slipping with the activity, taking a little off day, and then when I came back, uh, I guess I guess it was like a combination of me taking a bit of an off day and then also just being associated with Q. So those two together, that just you know made for a bad spot to be in.
Okay, so there were 15 votes for the replacement. If you had to take a guess, like how many of the House do you think voted for you?
Um, that's tough. I'd say I want honestly, I was about to say I want to be nice and say only 10, but that doesn't sound nice. But like, it was probably something like that.
Well, it was 12 of the other 14 House guests that nominated you. So only two of them voted someone else.
Whisk and Q, oh my god, loyal hoes.
Uh, Whisk and Q also voted for you.
Maybe we don't stand. I feel so attacked.
So who do you think the two were then?
Literally, I don't know. Maybe Romy was one of them?
It was Yag and Gabe. They were trying to make a last minute push to save you to get Whisk on the block instead, but nothing went there with
And
that.
they didn't even alert me. Because I could have maybe gotten Q, maybe I could have gotten Romy, probably. Okay, maybe I couldn't have saved myself, but it would have been something.
Hmm.
And I would have appreciated knowing there was at least a push for me to stay off.
Do you know the second you're kind of on the block as a final nominee, like anyone can win the HOH at that point and have the sole power to evict. So, did that go through your head? Like, do you feel like you put in a lot of effort to make sure you had as best chances as possible?
It definitely did go through my head that it wasn't even like a majority vote. It was just one person wins, decides everything, the end. And I definitely did try, but I was also very put off by the fact that just suddenly I was the house target almost. So I probably could have done a bit more. And by a bit, I mean a lot. But I still did some. I did put in the effort, at least a bit, I think.
Right. Had it been like a normal voting against Whoopi, do you think things would be differently right now?
I mean, judging by what I was told about the house all being against me, maybe not.
Mhm. So, you said you were taking a bit of some off time and whatnot. So, were you unaware of the way the house was perceiving you? How come you didn't try to start disconnecting yourself earlier on?
I mean, I wasn't fully aware that like the house was not a fan of Q until that Q Tanner shit just kind of went down, and that was like the day I sort of, because only like a 1 day thing that I was really not active, and then when I came back, that was when it sort of went down, and it didn't really cross my mind that, oh, maybe that's a serious thing. I should stay out. But even then, I didn't really like pick a side or anything. I did try to stay mostly neutral. I didn't vote either of them on during the initial round of noms, but I don't know, maybe I should have just put up signs saying fuck you, you know?
All right then. You kind of came into the season, at least in, the whole size from a casting perspective, as one of the more like competent players or whatnot. So is it disappointing for you to leave so early?
Yeah. I I'm glad that I was given the second chance, especially when we were discussing like days and I realized I was one of the first. But yeah, it is kind of sad to go so early when I thought that I could have had like a real shot.
True, fair enough. Um, what question did I have? Right, so obviously the call out that you just did before leaving, why Walker?
Well, even in week one, Walker definitely was like the major push to get out Megan, which already that's like a strong stance to take week one, and then it sort of went undetected. And then Q reported back saying that Walker was like the one that sort of propagated the whole Q's
Hmm.
bad thing. So, and then there was like nothing talked about that. And I just realized Walker was doing all this shit behind the scenes. Not even behind the scenes, actually. He was just doing all this shit and nobody was noticing. So I had to say something.
Right,
Especially if
well,
it'll especially if it'll give like Q and Whisk maybe a chance to fire back or even get some support. It was worth something.
hmm. Well, you were correct in your assessment. I know the Empire rankings, how you were like kind of one of the few people who saw through it. Like, this doesn't
Oh,
make sense, the whole season 6, 7
oh,
alleged alliance or whatnot. So,
uh-huh.
that was good reads on your part.
Oh my god, yay.
Okay, so obviously the season had the time theme, with each week being a different twist from the past or a new twist related to time or whatnot. This one
hmm
backwards week. The first week was the evolution mashup, but there was also a twist during week 2 that you guys didn't know about.
Oh?
So the VIP room from your season was brought back for that one week, and
I
someone did win it. So who do you think it was?
If it's Tessa with that silver veto again, I will scream. But uh I don't know, maybe Walker?
It was Walker.
I knew it. He was pulling all that shit. Like obviously everyone's gonna be a fan. Oh
All right, then. Well, let's see if your fans have any questions.
my god.
Who would you have been most loyal to had you stayed in the game?
Um, it definitely would have been still Whisk and Q, though I definitely would have tried to publicly distance myself from them, like a lot. And I would definitely still stay loyal to Josh and Gabe, and then I guess Yag, since apparently he was a fan of me too. But yeah, I really didn't have that many connections thinking back. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Like other than just casual hellos, and then Walker, who I was close with, but apparently, he's been running the game, so he can sit back.
How do you feel you played differently this season compared to your first one?
Um, well, I mean, it's only week 3, so it didn't even get that long to like change it up. But honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I definitely think I took a much more like relaxed approach, I guess, in these first few weeks, like sitting back mostly and just seeing what comes. But I don't know. Not much was too different, but that's again only like 10 days in there.
Right, awesome. So let's take a look at your, oops, sorry. Okay, someone wanted to know if you thought associating with Q hurt you overall.
Oh, absolutely. And I definitely do regret not distancing myself from both him and Whisk. But like, I definitely would have stayed allied with them as much as I could without, I guess, revealing myself because I love them both and I couldn't just ditch them like that.
And had you stayed and won the HOH, who would you have wanted to nominate?
Oh my god. I mean, Walker ain't even an obvious answer because not if I was going, there was nothing to lose. But if I stayed, would I not want to just like keep it chill and try and sit back into the background? Uh, I don't know. I probably would have gone against Walker though. At least like, or honestly, I don't know. I would have thrown. Oh
All right, fair enough. Let's take a look at your goodbye messages then.
my god! Yay!
So if you can see the exit interview text channel, so go there.
I cannot.
Oop. Um, try now.
Yeah, it's there.
All right. This one was from Yag.
Oh my god, Yag. Secretly a fan.
Um, next one from Amanda.
Amanda Queen. Oh, that's sweet.
Next is from With.
Oh my god, Fisk. If it's not 5 pages long, then canceled.
It wasn't this time.
Oh, oh, I'll miss him too. I really hope he like fucking goes as far as he can. Comps out until things settle down. And he can maybe sit back again. All that.
This next one is from Q.
No. Short and sweet. I love it.
Next is from Tessa.
Apparently, I was dead if Tessa won HOH, but clearly I was dead if anyone won. I mean, fair, but also, no, go away.
Next is from Tanner.
I do love Tessa, though. And, ooh, Tanner. I don't know if you and Q are even still close. Well, we were, but oh well.
Next is from Gabriel.
Oh, Gabe, you roach! I mean, I was definitely more loyal to them than I was to him, but I still would have been loyal to him. God.
And finally,
But does he mean like lenient with the house wanting me out or with me almost staying, maybe? Like, oh
I
well.
guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Finally is Walker.
I.
Okay, oop.
Rude, but okay.
Well,
Perhaps I'm glad I called you out.
all right then. So, final question. Who's your winner prediction?
Oh my god, prediction. Honestly, it's like super way too early to say anything, but uh honestly, maybe Gabe.
Ooh,
I don't know though. I have no clue how things are apart from like what I've seen. And even then I haven't seen much since apparently everyone hated me. Oh
then thank you, Aguy, for playing.
my god, anytime. I'm so glad to have been given a second chance even if I flopped.
We'll let you back into the wild now.
Oh my god, yay.